welcome back to another episode of This Week in VR. In this video, we'll be discussing Meta deciding to celebrate the release of the Quest 3S with a round of layoffs. They also teased a potential wide field of view VR headset, and is full body tracking coming to Bonelabs? So stay tuned to catch up on all the news. First up, we had a lot of game releases this week, including Just Dance VR, which is the VR version of the popular dancing game, which I've not had a chance to check out yet, but I might try and chuck in a sneaky stream of this one. And this game is advertised as $30 on the Quest Store. We also have the remake of Arizona Sunshine. This is a classic OG VR game that came out in 2016 and has been remade for the Quest. And I've jumped into it recently and I've been thoroughly enjoying it. The remake feels like a whole new game. And it's also pretty gory and has a good sense of humor, and is also advertised as $30 on the Quest Store. But I did notice it's only $10 on PC, so if that's your preference, maybe grab that one. We've also got the release of Undead Citadel on Quest. I've only ever played it a little bit on PC, but this is another great medieval style combat game, and it's also got a lot of humor as well, which is $20 on the Quest Store. Then we have the music and hand tracking game Maestro. This concept I think is so much fun and ridiculous, and I played the demo a little while back, but you can basically conduct your own orchestra in front of an audience along to classical tunes, and this one's advertised at 25 bucks. And then if you want to check out a really fun free game, we have the release of Make It Stable, which is by the creators of O-Shape, and it's a mixed reality game where you stack objects on top of each other to see how high you can build it up. And this one's a freebie and worth checking it out. But if you need some more violence in your life, we also have the release of Blood, which is a simple little mixed reality game for only $5 where you shoot cute adorable unicorns and then splatter their brains all over your walls. So just some cute family fun, you know? For the next few months, we have some of the biggest game releases coming out. We've got Batman Arkham Shadow on October 22nd, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to. We've also got Metro Awakening on November 7th. We've got Behemoth on November 14th, and supposedly Alien Rogue Incursion on December 20th. But I'm putting my money on it now. I reckon Alien will end up getting delayed or be terrible, which I really hope it's not, but we just really haven't heard much about this game and only seen one little gameplay trailer. So I don't know, I'm not feeling confident about this one, but I'm hopeful. But Batman is making games get delayed. The upcoming VR game Dig VR, which is a VR simulation game where you dig out holes with the digger, they have postponed their launch because they don't want to be in competition with Batman. So now they're releasing on November 14th instead. And I did give a little teaser in last week's news video, but I can now confirm that sadly Starship Troopers Continuum is now delayed, and it got delayed very last minute, and it will now come out on November 14th. So things really aren't looking good for XR Games. I really hope they can knock it out of the park with this game, or they may be in serious trouble. Some other developers that are in serious trouble is Meta. Meta have begun laying off employees again across WhatsApp, Instagram, and most notably Reality Labs. Reality Labs is pretty much the research lab for upcoming VR and AR products, and layoffs are becoming pretty standard across tech companies. We did see Meta do a big hiring spree during the pandemic, so maybe they're just trying to level things out, or maybe things aren't doing as well as they hoped. We do know that Meta don't really make much money from their VR headsets, and the Reality Lab operates at a huge loss of nearly $50 billion, which stakeholders aren't happy about. Some claim it's because there's no clear vision for the department, but Zuckerberg promised stakeholders a while ago that he's dedicated to a year of efficiency in 2022 when they announced the layoffs, but apparently that means years of efficiency, and we're starting to see more and more layoffs. But maybe things aren't all doom and gloom at Reality Labs. Potentially, for the sake of a PR pivot, Andrew Bosworth, the CTO at Meta, posted some prototypes that the Reality Labs team have been working on, and the image that got everyone's attention is this VR headset with a wing type structure at the front, which could be a headset with a wide field of view. A wide field of view is often regarded highly for its ability to improve immersion, so will we see this headset in the future? I sure hope so. But if Reality Labs are laying off staff, who knows what we will see. The Quest 3S is supposedly selling well though, with it being the top selling hardware device in the video games category on Amazon, but I think it will probably start to get more popular over Christmas because it's got that way cheaper price point. So let me know if you ended up upgrading to the Quest 3S or not. I'm still working on my review, by the way. I'm very sorry, I'm just very slow at making videos. But VR is getting pretty mainstream now. Like, apparently you can go buy Gorilla Tag hashtag Shiny Rock gift cards at Best Buy or Target. And there's a bunch of gift cards for other VR games as well. Maybe this once odd gaming niche ain't so niche anymore. And VR is getting better and better, and so are the games and technology. A little tweet by Brandon, the creator of Bonelabs, confirms they are working on inside-out body tracking for a future Bonelabs update. Inside-out body tracking utilizes the cameras at the bottom of the headset to track the arms and torso of the body to simulate body tracking. He said this can be utilized to do things like upper body inventory, elimination of height calibration, being able to look over your shoulder to observe what's on your back, weaponized elbows, more accurate arm inventory, differentiation between an upright crouch and a squat where your butt goes back, and more. He said it's a game changer for VR and will soon become a requirement for all VR games, and says they will either introduce it in patch 7 or 8, but still needs quite a bit of development time to polish it up. So this is promising. Bonelabs is known for a lot of fun trick shot type gameplay, so this seems like a perfect fit. And another really highly requested feature is that Meta have added the ability to use a Motorola phone with your Quest. It's basically a 2D app that you can use to view and interact with the apps on your Motorola phone. And this just feels like a kind of odd move because I don't think I know anyone who owns a Motorola phone. But I guess this is just an attempt to compete with Apple and their Vision Pro, as it allows you to use an iPhone in the VR headset. It's a bit of an odd move, but I guess good for you if you own a Motorola phone. And speaking of Apple, they haven't given up on the VR race yet. There's reports that they are at least 18 months away from launching a second generation Apple Vision Pro. Bloomberg expects a lower-end Vision Pro to be sold for $2,000 with an inferior processor and cheaper materials, which would also mean less features, which means no eyesight, which is the eye tracking. But I guess this cheaper cost put them in a better position to compete with Meta. Whether they even consider Meta competition, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you would consider buying an Apple Vision Pro for $2,000 or if it's still too expensive. That pretty much sums up everything that's happened this week in VR. Let me know in the comments what games you've been playing lately, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye!